loads of water in the bucket. Yeah, just waiting for the kettle to boil. It's Monday morning. Morgan's obviously just unloaded the digger, as you've just seen, putting the jury picker on, and we're going to run it up to Wellbrook because they're going to finish off the chimney up the corner of the roof where it was leaking. I don't know how we're going to get in the garden yet though. I think we might have to take a Merlot to shove it in. Rob's just going to try and push it a little bit. The only problem is, when you're pushing something, you don't really have much steering. Yeah, I think we might have to tow it back out and get the Merlot on the other side maybe, because it's just not wanting to steer at all, is it? It's just sort of falling down the hill. It is four-wheel drive, but it's because it's hydraulic motors. It's not like, you can't like lock the diff somehow. Maybe put a chain round it, pull that side round, and then Rob's going to try and get the Merlot in the garden now, and then we'll pull it into the garden, hopefully. It's actually quite hard there. It's not sinking at all, the Merlot. This is far from ideal. We're just going to see if we can pull it round a bit. It's actually that wet, it's sliding pretty easy, to be honest. Once we get it on a bit of a lock, we'll just pull it up the hill. Not moving, is it? Oh yeah, slowly. Oh, this is ridiculous. We should have one on tracks. Right, we'll pull him down the hill and twist him round and push him in. I think it would have been quicker to put scaffolding up, to be honest. There we go, it's just pivoting round now. Once we get him in a straight line, we've only got to shove him up the hill, hopefully. That's it. Right. Good thing about the Merlot is the boom's a proper push. Needs to slow a little bit so we don't go in the hedge. I've had enough of 2023. I've had enough of this week already, and it's only 9 o'clock. It's getting there now. It's got another, I don't know, 3 or 4 metres, and it should be alright. That's on the dry ground now. This is just this last wheel to go. Right, maybe the last push now, is it? Nearly going on its own. Now it's slipping. Oh! Oh, it's wanting to slide into that shed now. Starting to think it'd have been easier just to leave the roof as it was. Actually doesn't need a lot of pushing, it's just getting the Merlot to where it needs to be. It's a difficult bit. Right, driven back down the hill because it will go down the hill, just trying to get it a bit squarer. No, it's just shoving him round now. Right, you got the Merlot on a bit better angle now. Just skimming that tyre. Just wants to keep twisting, doesn't it? There we go now. He's in the garden, it's just whether he can actually turn. Just, it'd be alright if that wheel drove, wouldn't it?
Hold on, let me get higher than that. Slow down a bit more.
Just slow a bit. Stay low and slow. Go lower. It's just no good because that wheel's not turning, isn't it? No. We've got it in the garden and it's still just skidding and twisting and it don't want to go around the bend. So we're just going to give up. Job for another day, I think. Last time we had it in the garden, it was just equally as wet and I just drove it all the way out and all the way around the bend and it only actually got stuck when it got out there. So we were hoping that once we got it on the top of the hill in the garden we'd have been alright, but obviously not. It's just a shame you can't lock the diff. Try moving. Yeah, so this might explain why we're having trouble moving it. There's something wrong with the self-leveling. So the axle's pivoted over. Unless we've just got soil stuck in something. Don't know what it was, but as soon as he lifted the basket up a little bit, you saw it level itself out, so maybe it was just too low. Or too high, I don't know. But he just went up and down, and it suddenly went, and you can see it level itself. It's a beast, that, isn't it? The hen party that in at the weekend have actually left it immaculate, apart from Annika's going to do all the bathrooms and the bedrooms. That's a change. Looks like the tide is finally going out now on this grassland. Some ducks over there though, enjoying it still. Next stop now, see what the fields are like at Hale to see if I need to put any slug pellets on them. And then up to Rain Hill up there as well. I think I'll probably take the slug pellets and some slug pellets with me. And then I don't have to go backwards and forwards. I can just do them well up there. I might only have to do the bottom of the hill hopefully. Bit of fly tipping. The gateway of the field. Fiberglass. First aid kit. That's actually an 8x4 sheet actually, isn't it? Might be useful that. Got all the planes coming over this morning. This is where Andrew tried drilling the other week and it was too wet, so we give up. So this was sown a few days before the rest of the field. Now the rest of the field, oh, it's just starting to show through actually, yeah. A little bit there just coming up, isn't there? Not a massive amount. Got a little, yeah, I suppose let's get off the headland where it's always a bit trafficked. Yeah, we're starting to see rows now. Just. Don't know what it'll look like in a few weeks. Hopefully it's coming. But I feel like it is a bit. That's where I've been with the sprayer. It's a bit chewed, isn't it? A bit striped by the slugs. Some rows in it though. Half of me wants to just spray everything off, or just leave it till the spring and then just Put the old farmers of spring barley, which is what a neighbour did last year, but that didn't pay this year. Can't wait till 2023 is over. Amazingly, the barley is starting to come up, especially where it's got a bit more organic matter along the hedge in the field where it's trafficked. Nothing has yet possibly rotted away. Everything just looks awful. See a little bit, I suppose, there. It's like Morgan's driven a little bit wide there. It was so wet though, he was trying to turn inside away from the wet bit. I'm in the office and we're getting the photos ready for the calendar, but look at these things. Like a bottle opener. Goes on the wall. Some slate coasters. Agri wallet. Another bottle opener. And then look at these. So these are made out of whiskey barrels. They're the same. Oh no, that's a leather one. So who thinks they're worth putting on the website? They can be made to order, you see. Let us know what you think in the comments. I like that, it's smart and they're really good. Yeah, let me know. I should have done that, shouldn't I? See you better. What's your favourite one? There's today's quiz question. Yeah, I made a video the other day asking what pictures should go in the calendar, but stupidly I never saved them, so now I've got to go back through like 20,000 photos and videos to find them all again now. I should have clicked them to my favourite calendar, my favourite folder, so it's taken me ages to do it. I've put the slug pelleter, that's right, on the Corvus. Going to put a few bags in the back, go up to Rainhill and see whether it's dry enough to travel up there, because it's a bit lighter ground, so I might have to let the tyres down a little bit, we'll see. I need to clean that, let's have a look. I can't even speak today, I don't know why, but I think because I've been non-stop for like 4 or 5 days. Charlotte's a little bit under the weather, James has been under the weather, I don't know whether I'm coming down with it, but I'm just so drained. I went to bed last night and then woke up this morning tighter than I went to bed. It could just be the weather, it could be seasonal adjustment disorder, or it could just because I'm fed up because just going around looking at crops rotting and empty fields. I don't know. How are you feeling today? Because I'm only about 60%, 65 at most. And I've got a meeting tonight as well. This field, the top of the hill's quite sandy. So I'm just going to spread the bottom, because that's the bit that gets the slugs. But the last time I spread slug pellets on it was 12 years ago. And I actually didn't farm it at the time. I did it on a quad for plats that used to farm it. So I'm just going to go the opposite way to what it's drilled. It's a little bit rough in this direction, but I don't want to drive over the whole field. I can't believe how many stones have come up actually, because we've worked it. I haven't worked it deep for years. Just put like a little scattering on now, so hopefully any slugs should eat them. Kill them. I've just done this sort of bottom end here. Top of the hill looks okay. Slug lentils, apparently. Organic. I think they're made of pasta. It's actually quite sticky, so I've done what would be the worst field, perhaps. The other ones after OSR need doing as well, but they'd have still been grazing on the volunteers, so I'll leave them till tomorrow or Wednesday when it's dried up a little bit more. I'm just filming you filling the chipper with antifreeze that looks like petrol. Oh, yeah. Agritechnica's the Sunday well, it's the Sunday the 12th for a week, but apparently I think I'll be going from the 14th to the 17th. And Morgan's going for the whole week by the sound of things.
Oh, when in Rome.
We're in Germany. When in Germany. You hear all the seagulls. Look at them there eating all the worms. This is still a flood. Just come to see if the water level's dropped. It obviously has, because this is the tide mark up here up the ramp. And if you remember the other day, you can only just see the top of that sign. So it's dropped a good couple of foot. But is there any money in boating lakes? Sounds like the seaside. Maybe not a boating lake. Maybe you just leave the water there. And then you have like a floating farm shop, cafe. And people could come on it. I don't know. Anyway, I've just been meeting Lord Salisbury. So he owns one of the farms that we rent up at Rainhill. So I've just met him. And Gavin, which is good. I've not seen him for about a year. Well, I've not seen Lord Salisbury for a few years, actually. I think things before COVID. Yeah, I saw Gavin last year. He's aging. Pumps are still flowing. That's good. But nice to have a chat, actually. So I feel a bit better after having a chat and a moan about the weather than I did this morning. Anyway, I'm going to have to shoot back, do the birthdays, which amazingly, and in fact, I'll show you in a minute, £50,000 and a pound. Thanks to a very large donation from Mark Ashett. Now, I'm not sure if it's your birthday or you just did it to round it up to take us over to 50k, but thank you very much. And if it is your birthday, happy birthday. Josh Pilkington is also 20. Fraser Adams is 11. Lorcan O'Leary, I think it's pronounced, is 10. Paula Tully on there, and Gemma Langley in New Zealand is 25. But yeah, £50,000 raised by just doing this on the birthday bumper. Absolutely amazing. It doesn't seem that long since it was 25,000. So thanks everyone for the kind donations. And the air ambulance have actually sent me a video, so here it is.
Hello, this is a message to Farmer Ollie and all of his subscribers. Thanks to the birthday bumper, we've now reached over £50,000 raised from that campaign. It's an amazing milestone, and from all of us at North West Air Ambulance, thank you very, very much for keeping us flying and helping us save lives.
Isn't that amazing? £50,000 raised. So I've worked it out. That's over 14 missions, so potentially 14 lives have been saved just by people. Sorry, I just saw something fly through the grass. I think it was the cat. Have saved by just writing people's names on the bumper and you guys donating and watching and having to put up with it. So thank you so much. Also, lots of inquiries actually about this tractor, this 7710. I need to get through them. All loads of people want to send me pictures and different things. So one guy wants me to ring him as well. Adam was talking to him before and he's like, why don't you raffle it? Don't know how that works. Don't know how it works with licensing and stuff. It would be a pretty cool raffle prize, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I've got to go now. Got to edit video, go to an NFU Crops Board meeting, and we're going to look at some of the SFI stuff to see whether we put some ground into that, which, looking at the state of some of the fields, maybe that might be an option this year. Seems daft though, doesn't it, to sort of get paid not to grow food. It's kind of, and then take a grant for it. It's kind of like not getting a job and just getting some dole money, isn't it? But you know, at the moment, we need to earn as much as we can out of each acre, because losing money growing wheat, that's sort of like the last 3 years out of the last 5 years, 3 of them have been really poor years. So maybe we need to spread a bit of risk with some of this SFI stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video last night with Martin. It's still there if you want to watch it. If you missed the live, you can still go back and watch it, and I'll see you all tomorrow.